Disappointment is the price a man pays for mediocrity, but to him, disappointment comes disguised as just another day. I remember the time when I was researching on this topic, and I came across a lot of content that said the exact same things. I searched for the best ways to monetize your hobby, and no matter which platform I ended up on, be it YouTube, Medium, LinkedIn, or other sites I found via Google, they mostly give me the same cookie cutter advice. Find out your interests, assess the market to judge their viability, create a business plan, register a website, create content to attract new followers, build an email list, continuously improve, and so on. Well, this advice isn't necessarily terrible. I mean, come on. I felt that in order to appeal to everyone, these articles or videos don't mention a few harsh truths that people need to hear about monetizing a hobby. That harsh truth being, your hobbies and interests probably suck. And even if they don't suck, you probably suck at doing it. I'm sorry, that's just the harsh truth. And it applies to the majority of the population. Most people are just so good at overestimating their abilities. They think they're entitled to earn money just because they showed up. They'll mention stuff like, painting is my life's purpose, and then post something really mediocre on Instagram. Or they go to the gym this one time a week, and instead of working out, what they do is click 50 selfies and use hashtag gym lover, fitness goals, or working out is my religion. Look, it's fine if you like doing those things, but unless you're really good at something or have some accomplishments to show off, you shouldn't be expecting to monetize your hobby. And then there are people who do the most pointless things imaginable and call it a hobby. You call streaming video games a hobby? Really? When you're average at best in your gaming skills, you have no charm or personality, you're not funny, and you're not even sexy. How the heck are you supposed to make money by selling your bathwater? Us humans have a habit of putting bare minimum effort into something that interests us and expect the world to fall at our feet. And when it doesn't happen, naturally, we get disappointed. But that disappointment doesn't make itself immediately obvious. To us, that disappointment looks like just another day when we don't have the motivation to get out of bed, where we feel constantly tired or disinterested in our work, where we have this persistent sense of wasting our life away one day at a time. But you can't really point a finger at it and say, oh, this is why I feel that way. I finally get it now. Disappointment comes to us disguised as just another day, where we have this underlying sense of dread and a lack of purpose. And the worst part is that over time, we kind of accept this feeling as normal, like this is how life is supposed to be like. Before I get into the practical aspect of this topic, I just want to make something very clear. It's totally alright if you think your hobbies don't need to be monetized and you just want to have some fun. It's totally alright if you suck at painting or lifting weights as long as those hobbies bring you joy. Most of my hobbies aren't monetizable either, and I'm okay with that. There's no capitalist conspiracy that suggests we should only cultivate interests for profit or for it to become a career option in the future. You can do that. You can definitely do that, but only if you want to. So that's going to be the main focus of this video. What can you do to cultivate hobbies and interests that have the potential to turn into a successful career or a business? This is going to be the first step of the plan that makes every other step possible. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is some inner work, because the process begins here. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But even before you take that first step, you got to first figure out if that step is worth taking. And to do that, you have to be true to yourself and acknowledge some harsh realities. Harsh reality number one being, if it's too easy for you, then it's probably too easy for everyone else. When you're just beginning your journey, know that if there's something you can do effortlessly, others can probably do it too. What do I mean by that? That means stay away from doing stuff that either feels too easy or you don't feel like putting enough effort in getting better at it. If you're a graphic designer who uses Canva or other templates to create stuff for yourself as a hobby, don't put yourself in the same league as people who figured things out from scratch. Don't do it. They It took years of hard work for them to learn what they did. You could be the best Canva designer in the world and could be freelancing to create social media posts for clients. But you can't really expect to move up to the big leagues just with that skill. People who know how to use tools like Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, and others are not only more skilled, but they have a wide range of fields that they can get into. Yes, you could argue and say, what's the point of learning graphics design now when AI is taking over so many things and people are cashing in on the opportunity to make money? Well, guess what? Most of those people are going to be out of jobs in the next 6 to 12 months when the next AI revolution comes along. The people who are still going to have jobs are those who are skilled in graphic design and know how to use AI tools to their advantage. Solution: do the hard shit. If you want to become a graphic designer, invest your energy into actually learning how to draw using tools like Illustrator and Photoshop. If you want to become an animator, learn the fundamentals of After Effects. Maybe even dive into Cinema 4D or Blender to create 3D models. If you want to become a travel filmmaker, stop shooting on your crappy phone and invest in a good camera and learn video editing, color grading, sound design, and other such stuff. Learn some real skills, as boomers would say. Stop dancing in front of cameras for TikTok or fucking lip syncing to other people's words. Those are not skills, they're a fad. Some people are going to make money from them, but not for too long. At least I don't think so. Or do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. Hard fact number 2, temptation will get the better of you. Yeah, that's another part of reality you have to make peace with. When you're looking at a new interest to explore or a hobby to experiment with, you're going to come across many distractions. Some that you can look past and some that will really tempt you to take a shortcut. And you will take it, whether it is a fame or a hack that promises you results that you haven't earned, you're going to fall for it. Look, I'm not telling you that it's wrong to seize opportunities, but there will be times when you do something stupid. And you can almost always tell that something's not right if you get a sense of uneasiness inside of you. Call it a gut feeling, if you will, that says something's not right or this is too good to be true. I can talk about it because I've done shit like this in the past. I've fallen prey to temptation and completely fucked up the YouTube algorithm by buying these cheap, low retention views for my videos. You know, the kind of services you buy when you want to show you got more followers than what you've earned. Of course, now I know that buying followers, views, or fake comments doesn't do shit for the YouTube algorithm. But back then, I just had to try it out for myself, even though deep down I knew that this is too good to be true. That there's no way you can blow up your YouTube video by buying 100k fake views for $20 or so. And I'm saying that you will fall prey to temptation, not can, but will fall prey to temptation is because us humans are wired for problem solving. We like coming up with innovative ways and other shortcuts to solve problems because it gives us this hit of dopamine that we always crave for. So back in the day, my stupid brain saw buying YouTube views and likes as a solution to my videos just not being good enough. Make sense? Solution: listen to your gut feeling. If you're going to find a hobby or skill that you want to get exceptionally good at, find something. Find something you can do without needing an extrinsic reward or validation. Sounds kind of counterintuitive, but hear me out. Even though your ultimate goal might be to monetize this hobby and make a business or career out of it, you must first find something that you truly enjoy doing. And you can even do it without the promise of any monetary reward or praise from other people. Like Naval Ravikant says, find work that feels like play to you, but work to others. Money and praise are good things as they signal that you're on the right path. But with the wrong skill or hobby, later down the road, you might discover that this doesn't make you happy anymore. It's totally possible. Let's take this scenario, for instance. Let's say you're a coder, right? But you're not too good of a coder. You're passionate about coding, but haven't really quite made the strides yet to make money from it. So one day, one friend of yours comes over to you and says, hey, you know what? I managed to make $5,000 from copywriting last month. How awesome is that? It's so easy for me. So when you, a person who makes no money from their hobby, hear Your friend makes $5,000 per month from copywriting. Your no money having ass will be tempted to do what your friend is doing. That's all there is to it. Your gut feeling might tell you that you should stick to coding because that's what you're passionate about, but you'll choose to ignore it. And I'm not saying that you can't get good at copywriting. Heck, you might even get better at copywriting than you're in coding and make more money than your friend in a couple of years. But one day you realize that, damn, I don't enjoy this at all. Even though the money is good, I miss the challenge that coding gave me on a daily basis. So now you either have to live your life as a copywriter who makes money or go back to coding to start from scratch again. So whenever you're feeling the temptation to do something you normally wouldn't or feel kind of icky, it's possible that you're thinking about doing something or being someone who you're not, that you're possibly going against your wants, desires, ethics, and principles, prioritizing shortcuts or chasing trends that aren't for you. Hard fact number 3, you'll be lost, lonely, and miserable. When you're walking an unconventional path, don't expect a straight road leading to success. And the more unconventional of a path you choose, the more twisted your journey will get. On this journey, you'll get lost, you'll get lonely, and you'll feel miserable from time to time. But this is the only path you have that's going to take you to your destination. Make no mistake about it. There's this stereotype that you may have heard before that in South Asian families, there's this insane pressure on children to become doctors, lawyers, or engineers. Well, it's not exactly a stereotype because South Asian countries do produce a lot of doctors and engineers, but we don't really stop to think about at what cost this happens. I mean, just Google it. Just look at the research of the effects that academic pressure has on these communities. And you'll find that children as young as 9 contemplate about offing themselves. Then there's stress, anxiety, depression, and a whole load of other issues that they have to deal with. And that's what happens when children do follow what their parents say. So imagine what might happen when one doesn't. In that case, you're not only putting yourself on an uncertain road, but also risk alienating yourself from your primary support group. Because let's face it, your parents, your siblings, or even your friends for that matter, might not get or approve of your alternate career path. But that's the hardship you'd have to endure if you're going to follow your passion and give yourself a fighting chance to turn it into a career. Solution: form your own tribe. The journey to self-fulfillment and success is a hard one, but it's not something you have to do alone. On your journey, you'll find many other travelers who are walking the same path as you, and making friends with them is only a matter of reaching out and asking a few genuine questions to satisfy your natural curiosity. I mentioned natural curiosity because genuine friendships can't be formed if you're faking curiosity just to get some information out of people. If you're able to forge real connections with real people, you'll see a whole new world of opportunities open up. Through collaboration, you'll be able to do things that were previously impossible. If you're a coder and you make friends with someone who knows copywriting, you now have the ability to launch a custom website with very persuasive text. If you and your copywriter friend, the both of you, make a connection with a graphics designer, you'll then be able to launch a custom website that not only has good text, but looks gorgeous too. And if the three of you then collaborate with a marketer who knows how to run ads and sign up clients, there you go. You now have a fully functional web design business that has the potential to earn thousands of dollars every month. So you just went from being a freelance coder that started out as a hobby to now being the co-owner of a 6 or 7 figure company. The future will be all about collaboration, and people who can do that consistently will come out on top. Alone we go fast, together we go far. Okay, now that we have got the big brain stuff out of the way, I want to end this video with some quick tips on how to maybe accelerate your progress, if you want to call it that. Starting with number 1, explore your natural curiosities fiercely. Find work that feels like play to you but work to someone else. Dive deep into what clicks by reading books, consuming other forms of content. See if you're motivated to keep pursuing. If yes, carry on. If no, try something else. Rinse and repeat as needed. Number 2, put yourself to the test. Don't get stuck in tutorial hell. If you're not ready for clients, work on a personal project that puts your knowledge to the test, and then use that personal project as a proof of your capabilities. Number 3, start before you're ready. You don't have to know everything to do client work. Nobody knows everything. All you have to do is present your offer consistently and deliver what's promised. Number 4, be patient. Great things don't happen overnight. So don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Practice patience when it comes to seeing results, but be impatient when it comes to execution. That's how you get the ball rolling in your favor. Number 5, always keep an open mind. No matter how good you get, there will be other people who are just better. That's just the reality of it. Use them as inspiration to figure out what you don't know and what you don't know that you don't know. Always be willing to learn, because that's how you grow. Make sense? That's about it for today's video. Do leave a comment telling me what you think, and let's get a conversation started, yeah? I appreciate you all for watching till the end. Peace.